Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today as I give to you guys video number 2 of 2. Earlier on we gave you the updates to Victor Osimhen and the possible links that are happening all across X, or aka Twitter. A lot of people still call it Twitter. I find it hard to call it X, if I'm being honest. Elon Musk needs to change the name, man. But anyway, rumors and what Victor Osimhen done on there and all that's been addressed in this video over here. So make sure you go and check it out, as well as the Italian Football Federation's decision to expel any Italian teams that want to leave to go and play the Super League. So check that out. Have a look and enjoy. Tomorrow it will be the watch along. We go through it again, ladies and gentlemen. We go through the trenches once again. Luton Town versus Chelsea. We will be watching that together. And then after that, I will give you guys my review. So make sure you guys are here for that. To be here for that, you have to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified once I have uploaded. And smash a like if you do enjoy this. On top of that, go and check out the shootout videos that we have put out today. There's 2. Right here, have a look and enjoy over there as we go through the motions on Tottenham and Arsenal's fantastic losses yesterday, as well as Premier League predictions for this weekend. So go over there and check it out. Much appreciated. Let's get cracking. We go again. We go again, ladies and gentlemen. We go again. Doing previews, it's beginning to hurt. It's starting to be painful. And why? Because, I mean, look, the good thing about the last game is that we won, right? Reluctantly, but we won. And the thing is now we know that the more that we keep moving, the more that it just keeps looking uncertain. We don't quite know what Chelsea are going to show up. We don't know what the result is going to be. We don't know if it's going to be a decent afternoon or if it's going to be a catastrophe. We don't know. And we are in 10th still, yeah, but we are level on points with Wolves and with Bournemouth, and we have to be careful of any banana skin. Now, I'm going to be honest, I was more, I'd say, confident going into the Palace game at home than I am going away to Luton. If I had said we were playing at home to Luton, even though we already have done and we beat them, I'd be more confident because Luton away from home are shocking. But at home, at Kenilworth Road, in between the houses, 10,000 capacity stadium, right? But it's all in your face. It's a small pitch. It's all intimidating, right? They do well against big teams at home. They do well. They do well. In fact, let's actually go through their results in terms of the games they've had against the big teams. If we go, they beat Newcastle 1-0. They just about lost 2-1 to Man City. They just about lost 4-3 to Luton. Away from home. At home, they drew against Liverpool. They just about lost to Spurs, and their record is against these big teams. It's all just about at home. They're not an easy bunch to play. What I will say about Luton is that they are very exposed defensively. At the back, very open. If you have an attack that knows what they're doing, they're going to score. But that's Chelsea's problem. We ain't got an attack that knows what they're doing. So I look at this and I am fearful. Because defensively we're a mess, just as much as they are. And in terms of attacking, we miss for fun. And Luton don't. To an extent, at home, they're decent when it comes against the big teams. So I am honestly more concerned about this game than I was against the Palace game. Also, why? Because I know for a fact tomorrow is going to be physical. Physical. Luton are going to be up for it. They're going to be there going up for every challenge, every tackle, every second ball, every opportunity in our faces, non-stop, frustration, get you wound up. I'm going to break your legs. That's Luton. All right, they're going to come with that attitude. The crowd's going to be ramped up, like I said. It's in the middle of residences, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's pots and pans being hit from the kitchen windows across the stadium. I wouldn't be surprised. All of that will play a part. For Chelsea, maybe there is a little bit of a better morale creeping in, maybe a little bit of confidence creeping in, fingers crossed, I'd like to say, hopefully. But Pochettino has an opportunity to do one thing that I think could get Chelsea over the line, but I suspect won't. And for this reason, I think we might end up struggling. I can't even believe I'm saying that for Luton. But anyway, Pochettino, listen. Like I've said time and time again, I know what we've seen isn't all Poch. It's not all his fault. But in terms of what we are seeing on the pitch, between players, the system we're playing, if there is one, that is down on Poch. That's down to the manager. That's down to the coach. That's down to the person who's getting these players together to play. We are not seeing enough patterns. We're seeing us go sideways and backwards way too often. We are getting bailed out in results, if we're being completely honest. Moments are getting us over the line. Trippier and his mistake got us over the line. Madueke winning a penalty got us over the line. You know, if we persist with what he deems a good idea from the get-go, it just doesn't go well. So this is why he has an opportunity to do the right thing tomorrow, right? What was it, that film where, it's called Do the Right Thing, isn't it? I think there's a film called Do the Right Thing. I think, well, Poch needs to watch it before kick-off tomorrow, yeah? Do the right thing. You're going to have to. What is that right thing? Please, for the love of God, play players in their position. That's it. Come up with a lineup tomorrow where we can look at and go, okay, he's got everyone in their position. Fantastic, right? Do that. Players that I think are deserving to play, need to play. And as far as I'm concerned, no ifs, buts or maybes. If we divert from that, which is what I suspect he's going to do, and I'll explain very shortly when we get into the starting 11, that's where I think it's going to get sticky for us. So, the latest team news, Luton, if we're going to talk about Luton, because we are playing them, Jordan Clark is back in contention after missing through illness. He missed the last game against Sheffield United. Kabore and Marvelous Nakamba are going to miss out. Apart from that, no new injury concerns. With Chelsea, Sterling and Palmer are back from suspension. Mudryk is being assessed and we don't know if he's going to be available, and Lavia is going to miss out, I think, at this point. I'm not sure if Poch actually confirmed that or not. There wasn't a press conference today because he done it after the game, immediately after Palace. But it's looking like Lavia is going to be out. All the players that were out for the Palace game remain out for this one. So Enzo, not playing. It's funny, isn't it? With Enzo, we were told, one game. Of course not. He's got a hernia. He'll be out for a while. Unfortunately, but he will be out for a while. He was crying for a reason. So, you know, what we hear in terms of injury predictions is actually bonkers, because the recovery times are nowhere near what they end up being. But we know the lineups now in terms of the players to expect. Well, who do I think is actually going to play? Or actually, no, I'm going to put what I would do, and then I'm going to explain what I think Potter's going to do. So, without further ado, let's get into the starting 11. Right, let's start off in goal. Kepa is a Balaga. I missed that. I'm not going to lie. I don't miss him, but I miss saying Kepa. It's funny. Petrovic in goal. And I want to say about Petrovic, so far, right? And it's important we don't get too ahead of ourselves. And I'm gonna explain one thing very shortly as well. But with Petrovic, he is doing everything right so far. Keep doing what you're doing. So far, if he keeps up what he's doing right now, he will walk into the number one spot. Simple. Because we're getting a sense of calm, collectivity, reliability. He distributes decently. He knows when to kick the ball up the pitch. He doesn't force things. He doesn't take too long. He doesn't end up making a mistake. He doesn't wait for pressure. He's a good shot stopper. So far, that is what we've seen from him, and that's all I want from my goalkeeper. So Petrovic, keep up what you're doing, mate. Simple as that. Keep it up. Right. At centre-back, we're going to start off with the centre-backs. I am going Thiago Silva and Badiashile. Now, listen. Defensively, we're a mess. I honestly, if we weren't in a situation where we can't take risks and we can't experiment a bit, which is what Potter's doing anyway, but I feel like we're not in that position. We're 10th, you know, and we're so volatile where we could just drop even further very quickly. So I would want to see Alfie Gilchrist. I don't know what he's about technically. I don't know what he's about on the ball, but that small little cameo, like I told you guys in the video, not yesterday, day before or yesterday. I've lost track of time. In that small amount of time, you could immediately tell what he was about as a professional, as a person, and I love it. You know, he's willing to put his body on the line for anything. He's ready to get stuck in. He's focused. He's concentrating. He's commanding. He was acting like a captain for the minutes that he was on the pitch. He was acting like a captain. You know, he showed so much in such a small space of time that I'm intrigued. I'm curious. I want to see more, but it's too risky. And I agree with the sentiment that we can't get ahead of ourselves with the academy lot because of a few minutes that all of a sudden he's the next best thing since sliced bread. But I do want to see more. I want to see what he's about. But we're not going to play him. Respectfully, unless if the defenders come up with an absolute calamity, if we see a complete mess, right, I wouldn't be against it. We might as well. Alfie, go, or George Benson, go on, mate, get on the pitch, show us what you can do, you know. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got to offer with time, because I've got a feeling that we might get something good out of him. We might get something good, but that remains to be seen. Defensively, we are a mess. Disasi is a joke. Badiashile recently has been a joke. Even Silva has been fairly unreliable. But we got to pick two. And for me, the best chance of reliability, the best chance of collectivity, you know, assurance, is going to come from Thiago Silva. And alongside him, I think it's going to be Badiashile. I'm going to call it now. Actually, no, I'm not going to call it now. I'm not. I was going to say, maybe we see Levi Colwell coming to centre-back, a position that he's meant to be playing in, that we, funnily enough, not seen him play in how long? I feel like it's been years since we've seen Levi Colwell actually play at centre-back. You know, so there's that. But I bet he's probably going to play left-back. Or he doesn't play at all, and then we end up putting Gusto at left back and we stick Disasi at right back. Personally, when it comes to the fullbacks position, look, can we just keep it simple, please? Is it such a crime to play a right back at right back and a left back at left back? Is it such a crime? I don't want to see Maatsen at right wing or anything like that. And to be honest, he wasn't good. But I want to see him at left back because he is a left back. That would be great. Do you know what I mean? Gusto, I think, has been very reliable. Gusto, I think, has been class. Last game, he was brilliant. So, right back, left back, up back, down back, whatever back, right? He's been brilliant. So, he keeps his position for sure. He keeps his spot. But Maatsen, for me, has to play, man. Anyway, that's the left back and right back. I don't think that's going to happen, if I'm honest. I think we're probably going to get Disasi here. Or maybe we get Gusto and we get Levi Colwell. If Poch does that, I'm sorry, but he's fully lost his mind. He's completely gone. Anyway, that's that. In midfield, I don't feel like we've got any better than to do what we done against Crystal Palace, if I'm being completely honest. Lavia is looking like he's going to be out because he did pick up a knock, and I don't think he's going to be ready. So, Caicedo, Gallagher in the double pivot, which I got to be honest, look, Gallagher individually, right, on the ball or trying to intercept or trying to win the ball up top or the energy, everything, you come with any single metric and he's delivering. But in terms of a double pivot alongside Caicedo sometimes is found alone. He can't manage it. Caicedo sometimes ends up making mistakes. Gallagher is probably not back to compensate for that. The positioning is wrong. Tactically, it's wrong. Individually, you can see attributes and what they're doing, but tactically, in terms of where they need to be and when they need to be there, it's a bit of a mess. And this goes for the whole team, if I'm being completely honest. Tactically, I think we're a bit of a shambles. So, there isn't any other combination that I think we can go with. And why? Because what I would do going forward, I would bring Cole Palmer into the 10. Some of you are probably saying, no, and Nkunku goes there. Wait. Patience. I've got a plan. I would put Palmer in the 10, right? in order to allow... Look, if it's down to me, Mudryk and Madueke are starting tomorrow because they showed something. They showed, Mudryk was alive in that game against Crystal Palace. Decent game. Madueke came on, made a difference. Let him run with it. Let him continue. I don't think he's going to play tomorrow. I don't. And I'll explain in a little bit. And then I would stick Nkunku up top because at least with Nkunku up top, I can look at him and go, I know you've got goals in you. And some are going to argue and say, no, but Jackson has 7 goals. But listen, I reckon Nkunku will have better output than Jackson even up top. Because you look at what Jackson is missing and what Jackson is not doing. I honestly think Nkunku corrects it. Even though Nkunku's not a striker. Simple as that, right? So, that's where I would put Cole Palmer in the 10. I would put Mudryk on the left. I'd put Madueke on the right. And I'd stick Nkunku up top and just get the ball to Nkunku and let him do the rest. But that's not what we're going to get. I reckon we're going to get Cole Palmer on the right. Sterling on the left because he's available. Nkunku in behind. Nicholas Jackson up top. That's what I think is going to happen tomorrow. Let me know your 11 and let me know what you think Poch will do. And when we get to kick off, or before that, when we start the watch along, we will remember this and we will review and see exactly what Poch has gone with. Like I said, I think he'll go with Nkunku, Sterling, Palmer, and Nicholas Jackson. And on paper, that doesn't sound too bad, but look, with what Sterling missed the other day, I still can't get my head around it. Palmer on the right, I'm actually not against. But I think Madueke should be playing because of what he managed to do the last game. And up top, I think we get Nicholas Jackson, his last game before he heads off to the African Cup of Nations. So, let me know your 11s in the comment section below. Much appreciated, but this would be my starting 11. And as I tell you guys, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell as well, and make sure you are notified when we go live tomorrow. And we are here to watch Luton Town versus Chelsea together. Check out the socials as well on screen and in the description. My prediction. You know what? I've come to hate predicting on these previews now. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Oh, man. My heart says 1-1. And my head says 1-0 Luton. 1-0 Luton, 2-1 Luton, something, one of them. Either 1-0 or 2-1. But I think 1-0 is just... I predicted 1-0 on shootout. I reckon 1-0 is too few goals. I feel like there will be some goals because I've clocked Luton's defence is so open. Yes, you know what? 2-1 Luton. Can't believe I've said that. I can't believe I've said that. But you know what? I honestly think the key to this game tomorrow is going to come from the physicality. I think we're going to get out-muscled, dominated, and I worry that some of these players are going to go into a shell. And that's where I think the game can be won or lost. That's where the game, I think, could be lost. If the game is to be won, we need to match them in energy. We need to match them in intensity. We need to match in every second ball. We need to match in every challenge. We need to smartly, not picking up stupid yellows for the fun because you've pulled a shirt or something dumb. Don't. Or you've said something stupid. Don't. We need to match them. Energy by everybody. And I just don't think that body language is going to be there. And tactically, I feel like we're a mess anyway. We're exposed. They're exposed. It might come down to some individual quality. It might come down to a moment of brilliance. It could come down to that. But overall, I'm not very confident about going away to Luton. I'm not. So, let me know your thoughts and your predictions down in the comment section below. Much appreciated. And we will be here. And look, it would be fantastic if we won tomorrow on the fingers crossed Newcastle and Brighton were to drop points. Because if that were to happen, we would then end up a point behind Newcastle, perhaps, to perhaps Brighton. Maybe. And then we're talking about 8th and 9th. It's a miracle. So that's what's at stake. Can Chelsea go and get it? Will Chelsea go and get it? I'm not so sure. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you on the watch long tomorrow. Have a good one, people. Make sure you're there. Enjoy. Take care. And peace.